Glad that you're here. Troy and Jerry. Think tank. They're streaming just what you needed. Glad that you're here.
What's up, Troy?
Yeah, happy Friday, Jerry.
Good to see you, man.
Whew, good to see you too, man. Good to see you too. It's been a week.
I'm ready for a good weekend, man.
I'm ready for a good weekend too.
I'm gonna get really fucked up.
I got to hit that thing. A pretty special piece, man.
Got some vapes to beat up.
They're streaming just what you needed. Glad that you're here.
Ladies and gentlemen, Troy and Jerry.
Are you doing the Beavis and Butthead look? I love it, man. That's great.
Got the Beavis and Butthead shirt on.
How you doing? Right on, baby.
Oh man, happy Friday, everybody. Sorry we're late. Jerry was pooping.
Me, I thought it was Dexter.
It was technically Dexter. It was Dexter.
Oh, good to see you, buddy. How you doing, man?
I'm all right, man. It's been a week. I'm home all alone tonight, taking care of the dog. So might be a crazy show. You never know what's gonna happen tonight.
Hey, crazy Dexter, baby. That's funny, man. I had a pretty lame day today, man. Like honestly, I was everything was frustrating me. I just had one of those days where everything, like even having to eat showed up as a chore. I'm like, dude, come on, man. Like that's fun. So I was like, this is whack. And about 2 hours ago, I broke out the Wii and started bowling and said, fuck it, and got my mind right. So that was fun. I love video games.
Well, on that note, I do want to start with a bowl, man. It's been a long day. There was a point where it was like 4 hours ago, 2 hours ago, I guess, where I was like, man, I'd really like to sit down and have a nice sesh. I did sit down and have a couple bowls with the Discord crew, but man, I was ready to go 4 bowls, 5 bowls deep, you know?
5 bowls deep. I love it, man. That's great. Well, cool. Let's do that then. I've got some shit that I just heated up, so we can do that.
I'm running the Ace. What about you? Whoa, is that a new bong?
I've had it for a bit, but I haven't used it as much as I need to. This is one of those that I'm trying to get dirty and see how well it cleans because it's got this collar that you take off and then you get into it. You know what I'm saying? So, but this is funny, dude. Like this one's doomed because look at the perks they put in here. I've got 2 disc perks. Ain't no way I can clean that bottom one no matter how big a fucking hole you put in the top for me to stick shit through. So
nope. That's no bueno, Jerry. That ain't gonna
right?
work.
Well, I figured it'd be good because I can see how well it cleans the top one compared to the bottom, and then I'd know just how much of a difference it makes. You know, because I'm just testing the fucker, so I don't care.
Yep.
So. Let me get some herb together here, man. I'm using the Ace with the pinch hitter bowl right now. So
that's my jam. The Ace with the pinch hitter bowl. That's what I've been rocking. You can use code Troy and Jerry, save 10% Vapvana on that Ace, the pinch hitter bowl.
Right.
Vapcap, you get your Lobo on that deal, and you get from the Planet of the Vapes anniversary sale last week. Some good deals to be had out there if you got in that sale. How you liking your Lobo, Mr. Vapcap, JB?
Yeah, who's out there with that thing? That's awesome. Yeah, we talked about that last week. So good point, man.
Great concept. Thumper about a month ago. Your Thumper? Oh, you're talking about the PODV glass. Okay. I was like, wait a minute. What vape is this? I'm missing a vape, Jerry.
The POTV Thumper, bro. Watch out. It's badass. It looks just like an Ace right here, man. It's great. You ready?
Yeah, I can be ready. Who's vapping with us right now? Any Ace holes out there?
Yeah. Come on, you Aces. Ace holes. I love it. Cheers, gang.
Cheers.
Make your dreams survive. Ooh, this is great. haven't had a bowl off the ace in a minute.
Ah.
This is great. I used the corded screwball the other day instead, and then I've been using the hammer downstairs. So that was a nice little shake-up. I like that. That was good. Nice and cool and not too rough. Tasty, punchy. Way to go, Vapana. Right the fuck on. Making my mind right. Oh, you going up there. What tip are you on?
620.
Of course. I'm on 550, brother. Ooh, we get the bowler cam. I like this. Now it just needs to focus up close. Like, there you go. Nice. The debowler cam. I like the stuff for that, man. What do you got? You got purple stuff in there, though?
Don't judge me.
Candy wrappers?
Yeah, they're candy wrappers.
Bro, if I had a bowler that big, I can't imagine all the shit that would be in it. Ice soft, baby.
Salted caramels.
Caramel chews. I love those. I love caramel chews.
Yeah, little salted caramel chews from Haichu.
Yeah.
Good shit. Good shit.
Down
Actually,
next to a box of those.
They're not really that good. I prefer regular Haichus. What's your candy of choice in the chat? Anything?
Yeah. What do you guys like? Chocolate for me. Chocolate anything. Like, I like all that shit. Snickers and Mounds and name it.
Oh, red vines. Haichus are the best. I agree.
Never had those in a while.
Twix.
Twix is good. Bring on the Twix, motherfucker.
Peanut butter
cups. Hell yeah.
We're talking. No, now they're going too fast. M&M's.
These are my peeps. Frozen Charleston Chews. Babyface is putting some work into it. I like that.
Would you say frozen Charleston Chews?
Yeah. Hang on. It's
Dude,
those right here.
Things are that's some work right there.
Right?
Like,
My man's serious. I like that. I want to come to your freezer.
Those things take like 45 minutes. You're just like gnawing on them.
That's right, man. It's a meal now. It's like fucking jerky, Charleston jerky.
Pop Tarts and peanut butter. Yo.
Wait a minute. Really?
I'm just thinking about this. Like Pop Tarts as like a bread. You can just like make a sandwich and use Pop Tarts as the bread.
Why not? I mean,
why not?
Somebody tried to sell me a pickle sandwich the other day with bread made of pickles. I was like, no. So I could see where this would be interesting.
That sounds delicious. I would fuck with that.
I didn't. I'm gonna try it one of these days because I go there all the time. But that sandwich was not one I wanted with a big ass pickle on either side of it.
Big ass pickle.
Yeah.
Whoa, a nug just fell down.
Oh, we got to vape it.
Yeah. That's the rule. Them's the rules. When you see a car with one headlight, you hit the roof and your friend owes you a beer. And when a nug falls down on the table, you got to vape it. Those are the rules.
Are we clear? Are we fucking clear here? Let's go. So I'm talking about pickle, man.
Padiddle.
Padiddle.
Remember that game?
What's that?
Did you guys play that game where you see a car with one headlight, you smack the roof and say padiddle, and then the first one that you owe me a beer? You ever do that shit?
No, dude. The only driving game like that I was ever a part of was like, everybody played like punch buggies. Punch buggies. So it sounds like a similar thing, but it was a punch buggy.
Yeah, we did the slug bugs too, but the padiddle thing. I punched my friend's car too hard when I padiddled and left knuckle imprints. And yeah, if you stand outside this guy's car and look down on the roof, you'd see like 3 or 4 spots where I padiddled too hard and left knuckle.
On the metal? Bumps. You fucked with the metal? I love it, dude. How was your hand? Are you gonna tell me that didn't hurt?
Dude. These things.
Troy, man. You don't fuck with Troy.
I've thrown a lot of fists back in my youth.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not proud of it, but yeah. I fought with my fists instead of my thoughts for a while.
I sure wouldn't want to be in your roof of any car you're in, that's for sure. Fuck that noise. Man, punching that shit. Padiddle.
Padiddle.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
You can do some of that.
I know a few. Dude, that's fun. Padiddle do hard. Yeah. How many people pediddled? How many like I
Yeah.
feel like there's only like a couple in the chat, but I want a more accurate number. Is Sussy the only one? How many people
Sussy
pediddled?
did it. You did get somebody who did. Okay, so Sussy used to pediddle. Babyface did that.
Baby
All right, right on.
Finster. All right. It was a thing. All right.
Family, that was a thing for my family. Right on. Did any of you guys ever like fuck up the roof of your car?
Did anybody fucking pediddle too hard?
Yeah, how about that? Pediddle's too hard in here, man.
It's pretty funny.
Lipidite.
It was inverted hail. Hail from the inside.
Yeah.
Hail from the inside would be a great band name.
Right? That's right up there with the what was the one we came up with a week or two ago about the sucked off nerds or something like that?
Sucked off nerds.
Yeah, that was
Dude, that
I'm gonna
is
remember that.
such a good name.
I started
is
thinking
such-
about it when you asked what candy people like. I'm like, nobody said sucked off nerds.
I wonder if that domain name is available, like suckedoffnerds.com. I used to own skittletits.com. Actually, I still might own skittletits.com.
Skittle
Let me
tits,
check.
great. You gonna check?
Yeah, I'm gonna check.
Are you checking? You have Skittle tits. You checking sucked off nerds?
Oh yeah, I still own skittletits.
All right. What about sucked off nerds? Can we get that?
And I'm no, dude. Listen, I'm a recovering addict when it comes to GoDaddy and
Yeah.
buying domains. At one point, like when I had to do my taxes at the end of the year, and I was like looking at all the money I spent and trying to like put it into business expenses, I had like an insane amount of money in domain names. Like it was like, oh shit, like whoops, like I should address that. Yeah.
Were you actively trying to sell them, or are you just parking the fuckers?
I mean, a lot of them were just like, here's an idea for something fun, buy a domain name, and like drunk on a Friday night with a project in mind.
Yep.
I mean-
in fact, I just had some renewals on some of those that came through a couple weeks ago. I got a couple of those too.
I'm an ADHD guy, you know, like even 420 Vape Zone was one of those domains. Like I had 3 other weed domains that I bought and was like, I was doing MMJ Vape. And then like, I was like, you know what? I think I want to put 420 in my name.
So you had 420 Vape Zone before you had the concept. That was like one of your domain tricks. Nice.
Well, I mean, I was MMJ Vape, and then I didn't like saying like, hey, I'm Troy from MMJVape.com. It sounded stupid. So I was like, I need to change my name. I need to like come up with something better.
Yeah. Vape Zone's better. 420 Vape Zone and dig it.
Sweet.
That's how you do it, baby. You want to get into some news, man? You want to do some news?
Should we do the news or should we vape another bowl first? No, we should probably do the news
Let's do a
first.
bowl first. Oh, you're not
You want to do? You want to do
I
the
want to
bowl
do a
first?
bowl. Of course, I want to do a bowl first. That's an easy one there, man. Like,
Damn, I thought Jared was going to be all professional tonight. But what do you think in the chat? Everyone in the chat's like, vape a bowl. Do a bowl first. Bowl,
You know what they
bowl
like.
before news. We need some official Troy and Jerry bowling team shirts.
Ooh.
Like a button up or a polo shirt, like a bowling shirt with like purple on one side and green on the other, you know, like with our faces. And maybe without the faces. I don't know.
I could wear that while I'm playing the Wii, man. That would be awesome.
Friday night bowling league.
I like this. I think I want that shirt.
Yeah.
I want that shirt. You said purple, green, maybe with blue sleeves or something, you know, get a little
Yeah,
blue
like
in there.
a bowling shirt, you know, like it's gotta be kind of loud. I would wear bowling shoes. Like, in fact, you know, one of the shoes that I wanted so bad as a youth, as a kid, was the Airwalk bowling shoe. It was a skate shoe that looked like a bowling shoe. And I wanted that shoe so bad. But my dad thought it was stupid and he wouldn't buy them for me. So never
It was
got
a
'em.
skate shoe.
It was
or
a
a bowling
skateboard shoe that
Oh,
looked
skateboard
like a
shoe.
bowling shoe.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, and that was back when Airwalk made good shoes. That was right at the end of their era, though. Like they made good shoes for a while, and they stopped making good shoes. Then they went to like Payless style, and I don't know where they are now.
I think A
Or what?
bowling shoe made to look like a skate shoe would be better because bowling shoes kind of suck. Wouldn't you like to have a nice pair of bowling shoes that like didn't look like bowling shoes?
I did have a nice pair of bowling shoes that didn't look like bowling shoes.
Shit. What they look
Yeah.
like?
Just like regular walking shoes.
Okay, tennies. Where they just have different soles on, or on the bottom.
There was a pair that I wanted that were like kind of wingtips with like shiny blue toe caps and
Yeah.
heels. I really wanted those, but they were like $300. So I never got those. But if I were going back into bowling, you bet your fucking sweet tits I'd have those shoes, Jerry.
Yeah. All right then. Is that it? Are we near that? Oh no, you did bowling ages ago. You like really bowled. So okay, cool.
I really did.
I'm a good Wii bowler, bro. I can hold my own on the Wii.
Yeah.
Yeah, and on a real lane, I'm pushing to break 100.
Well, I suck at real bowling now too because I got fat and old and injured. So we should go bowling sometime.
We should. After this bowl.
For every strike I get, you got to do a dab. And for every strike you get, I got to do a dab. How about that?
You don't sound like you want to get very fucked up then.
Okay,
You
for
ready?
every strike I get the option of also doing the dab or making you do the dab. Huh?
If you want to get fucked up, you want to dab every time I have an open frame. That's what you want. So,
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Because that's how you don't break 100 is you have a bunch of open fucking frames. I got about 3 spares and a bunch of open frames, maybe a strike. I'm ready. Cheers. That was me being professional right there. Making sure we do a bowl.
Listen, the theme, the format of our show involves using cannabis. So if anybody along the line finds themselves offended that the effects of cannabis are showing, you got to fucking take a big, deep look at what you're spending your time watching, Holmes. Like, that's like watching porn and being like, oh my God, did you see him put his penis in the... This is so offensive. Like, you hit play, bitch.
Yeah, we're here to do that, bro. We're definitely here to do that. So, right on.
All right.
Well, we did it.
Chappie is
Okay.
offended. Let's get him a refund.
All right. Yeah, you get your money back. Happy. We have a satisfaction guarantee, full refunds for anybody who gets offended here. No problem. So,
Full refunds. All right, Jerry. Okay. I think I found something.
what's that? What's that?
Still,
do it.
you ready to do the news? The noose. Let's do the news, Jerry.
Vape news.
Vape news. Troy and Jerry make me go.
Planet of the Vapes present the Vape News.
That's dope.
First week of October, this week's Vape News brought to you by Planet of the Vapes. Proud sponsor of the Troy and Jerry Think Tank and home of the Lobo Vaporizer, as well as many other wonderful portable vaporizers and desktop vaporizers. Inhale the vapor, not the smoke. Planet of the Vapes.
I just want to get out of the way. You're crushing it.
I didn't even see, where was that written down at? Was that written down somewhere?
I don't think so.
All right,
But
my
let's pull
headphone
up the
cord-
stories. Oh, we don't have anything shared here. We got to pull up.
Yeah, I know. My headphone cord got stuck on the thing, and then I got
I know.
distracted by headphones and things.
You're good, man. You're good.
So this Newsom guy, he went ahead and signed the consumption cafe bill that was on his desk, but then he vetoed the fun one of the farmers market. So the cool thing is here is come January 1st, California will have more cannabis consumption cafes and lounges and stuff like that. But the bad news is he didn't think the farmers market stuff was a good idea. and a couple other ones. He didn't like the cannabis events popping up everywhere. So yeah, tough shit. Well,
It's poor timing, bro. Like that thing had no chance given he just he just axed every THC, all that whatever the fuck we covered a week or two ago. Yeah, he's not going to do that now.
yeah. Cheech and Chong are suing the dick off them. So we saw that. We talked about that last week, and I saw actually when I was looking for news, I saw that on a bunch of places, but we talked about it last week with Cheech and Chong suing the state of California over that hemp ruling, where they're banning all hemp that has any trace of THC, not just 0.3. Man, the comments of people that were saying we were spreading misinformation on that. No, read the news. It's California banned all the CBD stuff that has any trace of THC. Like we can't even get those other CBDs. And I know some people, they're still shipping that shit to California. Doesn't make it legal. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, and then so I didn't see this farmers market thing as a viable venue for him to get behind. You know what I mean? He's trying to tighten up the loopholes and close up little things and get more taxes, and that ain't farmers markets ain't how that works.
Yeah, well, it could be. I mean, if the administration were set up, but yeah, I don't want to get into that. In other news, we talked about this a couple times now over the last month or so. With oh my god, jeez, stop, get out of here,
Bazinga, baby, bazinga.
The New York situation where they busted all those illegal shops, and then they found out that the sheriff was not quite clean in this situation. So the sheriff's under investigation over the missing cash, and yeah, they found the missing cash.
Who did they?
From the one that I read, I'm not sure if this is the one that says it. Where's the cash?
Thanks again. Where's the cash, Troy? Where's the
I'm
cash?
pretty sure I saw other stories that said that the sheriff was found with the cash, or they found the cash in the sheriff's office. Yeah, I think there's some messy situations going on in that New York situation, Jerry. Guaranteed.
Oh, it's ugly everywhere, man. Obviously. I mean, it's ugly from the top all the way to the streets. Like that's top to bottom ugly.
Bro, did you see the Telegram? And anybody that's been buying their weed black market off of Telegram, got some bad news for you. The CEO has admitted that they've been working with the feds for the last 6 years, since 2018.
That's fucked up, bro. That's fucked
news,
up. Like there's several apps out there that people are doing this with that they think they're safe on, and this ain't the one. That's for sure. Like I remember a good 4 or 5 years ago when that was the place to go get your psychs. Remember that? Like I mean, that was kind of like that was the thing. And I haven't seen Telegram in a while, but when I saw this headline, I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah,
for anybody.
Even in California, there's been a few plugs that have pushed towards Telegram, and I was like, like really? But yeah, whatever. Yeah, bad news though. Find a different platform to use if you've been using Telegram.
Get off that thing.
Yeah. Did you see the upcoming firmware on the Venti, Jerry?
Not. This is news to me.
Yeah. So this was posted in the 420 Vape Zone Discord. I don't know the full source, but I trust the person where it comes from. Upcoming firmware, or possibly it's already out. The permanent boost. This is where when you boost your Venti to 410, and 90 seconds later it goes back down. This makes a lot of people mad. It made me mad for the longest time until I actually argued with Jurgen about it in LA, and he insisted that it's good for the bowl because most people it's going to preserve your terpenes and your THC. But,
yeah, I had to pull Troy off of him, man. It was ugly. It was not good. They were getting hot about this 90-second thing.
Yeah, and a lot of other people felt the same way, but I actually came around. And I'm like, you know what? There's been a few times now where I've been in 410 mode, and then I just forgot, like I got distracted replying to angry comments or something, and then I go to pick it up. I'm like, oh shit, and it went back down. But I'm like, you know what? It's been like 3 minutes. So I didn't hit it after 3 minutes. If it had been sitting there at 410, it had wasted battery and it had cooked more shit. So I came to accept the setting. But to be completely honest, when I saw this, I was like, yes, like we did it. We did it.
So, but this just means you now have the option, which is nice. You can do either one, right? So that's great.
Yep.
Because I would like to not have it, but then when you were talking about it, it kind of made me think. I was like, oh, I could see where that's beneficial, but I didn't like it. Like I was like you at first. I was like, no, dude, I took it to 410 because I wanted to finish.
Yeah. That's where I'm at with that.
I like that. I'm glad they did that. I'm glad you got that on here, man. It's neat to see companies, manufacturers, listen to the community and then do something about it. That's fucking great.
Yeah, I agree. They are listening. This one's on you. This is something for Elias.
Yeah, guys. You guys remember Elias Theodoro that we had on the show a couple times years ago? And then we lost him, dude. He passed away about a year after he was on the show. And when I saw this headline, it made me think of him because this says Nevada officials take the next step to stop penalizing boxers and MMA fighters over marijuana. And if you guys remember, Elias as an MMA fighter and was basically on his own fighting the system so that he could use marijuana as his treatment instead of all the pharmaceuticals they were trying to push him on. So he actually did it. He got it done up in Canada, and then they were, he got it done in Colorado, and then that was going to be able to transfer to everywhere else. And it was just really dope that what he started. Here we are now. We see headlines now, and a couple years later, everybody else is benefiting from the fight that he started. So I've got a real soft spot for Elias, and when I saw that, I thought of him and just wanted to bring that up here and show you guys, man. Elias was awesome. He was a really good guy. We lost a good one with him.
Yeah, I miss that dude. He was a legend for sure. He started a movement or carried the torch in a movement that made a significant impact, and it's good to see that it's still progressing and making waves, making energy.
Absolutely, man. Stokes me. You got one more here that we skipped over.
What happened? Where?
Go above Elias. There's another story here.
Oh yeah, this one. Yeah, they're just in the wrong order. It's sometimes this one moves around, Jerry. It's the female orgasm, and more states are considering the female orgasm worth pursuing. And since medical marijuana has been shown to help with the female orgasm, they're petitioning to add the female orgasm disorder as a medical marijuana qualifying condition.
Yeah, like this is one of those headlines that it is totally good news, but it baffles the fuck out of me. These are two things that during my whole lifetime you just didn't talk about. You didn't talk about weed, you didn't talk about female orgasms, and here we are. It's together in a headline, and states are like, "Yeah, we'll authorize that." I'm like, "This is fucking great." We come a long way, Troy. Come a long way. I'm excited.
Right. And I was thinking about this actually last week, and I got distracted in my own brain, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago when we talked about this. But I think that cannabis helps both directly and indirectly, because like it helps to have the dude stoned too. You know what I mean? Just throwing that out there. Like, I don't want to elaborate too much, but if you know what I mean, I think it's a double win. Like
for everybody, man. Absolutely. It's great to do that together first.
Weed is pro female orgasm, in my opinion, in my data set.
Yep.
All right. And then what else we got here? Oh, this is the same thing. We already did this
that's
one.
it. You did it all, man. You crushed
did it all.
We just skipped one and brought it back.
Back to the female orgasm. Back to the female.
Right on, man.
All right.
It's fucking great. That's good news. We should always end on good news here, right? That's fucking good news.
Yeah. That's the news. Yeah.
That's right. It's the Vapor Bowl, ladies.
Vapor Bowl. And guys, everybody.
Why not?
That's the news.
That's the news.
Vape news.
vape news. Troy and Jerry make me go.
Planet of the Vapes present the Vape News.
Fuck, that thing just makes me bounce. That's a great little tune for that, man. I love it. Emily crushed that shit.
I lost the Planet of the Vapes watermark.
You guys in the chat are funny, man. This is great. That was a good story for the chat. Oh my goodness.
What happened to our
So this is where we normally open it up and say if you guys got questions, throw them in the chat, man. This is the Ask Troy and Jerry Anything segment.
Oh yeah, ask us anything. I lost the Planet of the Vapes logo overlay. Can you help me find it? Oh, there it is.
It's on. It's on. You found it.
Well, I just turned it on. It was.
Oh, well, good job. Way to go. I like
yeah. Yeah, and by the way, we're clipping these and publishing these as little micro videos as well. So the first one's up, the second one's in editing. They'll probably go up next week, and this one will go up too. So ask good questions, huh? Yeah.
All right, here we go. Start with Esquire. Is the terp ready outdated? No, sir, man. That thing is in my living room. I use it just about every day, if not every other day.
The terp ready. Oh, the dab ready and the old head terp hammer.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I have downstairs. It is the living room vape for me, man.
Yeah, and he's also coming out with a device. I think it comes out next month that will make it work for terp slurpers. So if you want to like up your game a little bit and have a little nicer experience with the vapor, like he's got that coming out as well. Otherwise, yeah, the DNL universal heater is probably the top of the top, the most cutting edge, the bleeding edge of technology, you know, and connoisseurism. If that's a word.
That's a word. That's good.
Yeah.
This is a good one. Why can't POTV ship to all states? There are a few they can't ship to. And really what it comes down to is Planet of the Vapes is going to lean conservatively on things. And there are 2 or 3 states that have some stuff on their books that some of the legal advice was to that's not if you're conservative, that's a little risky. If you're risk averse, I mean, if you have no problem with risk, then I mean there's people doing it. So I'm always disappointed because I mean I got friends in those states and I'm like, yeah, I hate it when somebody wants to get a vape and can't. So I think that sucks. But ultimately, that is always going to be due to a conservative interpretation of the local regulations.
Wow.
Talk to your local senator.
I've always wondered that. That's actually a good idea, like to put some contact information to talk to your senator about that.
Right. Oh, that's a good question. I think he could. He hasn't nailed the ET finger placement yet, but I think he could find a checkbox with his mouse.
Sometimes I struggle with like words where it's like, click all the boxes containing a stoplight. And then there'll be like stoplights in the top row, but then like the stoplights have a pole. Like, is the pole considered part of the stoplight? I always click it. And then it's like, pick all the school buses. And then I'm like, what the fuck? What did I get the stoplight thing wrong? Like,
right.
Geez.
It's always the street light stoplight thing, man. It's always this because I always feel like there's one way in the background, dude. I know you see that thing, you know, or parked cars and shit,
or motorcycles. And then it's like, do you count the person that's on the motorcycle? Because technically, that's not a motorcycle. But you know, if I'm helping train a self-driving car, okay, yeah, that's a motorcycle. That's a good idea. We should put our jingle somewhere.
I haven't had this problem in a while, but I remember getting hung up on one like 4 or 5 in a row. I was like, what the fuck? Like, it's legit. It's a real problem. So I get you. Can we load another bowl?
I dare you. How about it?
Let's do that, man. I would have to grind, which would mean let's hit a grind. Let's play a grind tune, man.
Oh, you got to grind some shit?
Yeah, I'm going to grind some shit.
I'll grind some shit with you. But this isn't the time. Can we grind some shit later? Do you have to grind some shit?
Yeah, I don't have a bowl's worth in here. I'm gonna have to grind.
Ah, jeez. We interrupt the regular scheduled programming to grind some shit.
Well, we'll come back to that, Jack.
You got it, or do you need me to do it?
I got it.
Good day, this is Betty White. Let's take some time to grind.
All right, we're gonna hit this thing here. Is that what we're gonna do?
All right.
Old mates.
You gotta give me a moment.
What strain you got?
Pink strawberry gelato.
Now I gotta grind some.
All right. I just pulled out a nug, dude.
Now I gotta grind some.
Old mate.
Oh, Mike. Now I gotta grind some shit.
Save $10. Code Troy. Enjoy.
Fuck yeah, I love that, dude. Now we I'm doing some James OG, so now we got to play the Snow Till song.
What? No.
This is like
Haven't tried the chaos. No,
yeah.
we're reading both chats. We get both chats in our feed here in our service.
Yeah, and it tells us too. Like, see, this one's from YouTube, and this one is from Twitch.
Yeah, and indeed. All right.
What else you got for questions here, man?
I'm looking for questions.
Here we go. Favorite. What do
Who
you
will
got?
release? That's a good question. Like, it depends. Like, on who talks about what. Like, people are talking a lot about the quartz lotus stuff in the dab space, but in the dry herb space, I don't know. People are talking about the Ace and the cannabis hardware and the cloud connoisseur stuff the most, I think.
Yeah, that's a good question. It's hard to say. There's very little that is on the horizon that I see that I go, oh, holy shit. Like that, we've already kind of had those. I will say I'm excited to get a working Enzo here because I really want to, like, if that thing performs, yeah, like you've got in the back, and yours turns on, awesome. If that thing, like if that's a motherfucker, then we've got a whole new genre of dry herb vape. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a fucking hookah. So I'm excited to see if that performs, and we'll let you know probably within the month here. I'm still waiting to see what I got coming.
Yeah, I won't spoil it. I'll shut up. I'll keep scrolling for the next question.
Oh yeah, because yours is on, so you've probably already fucked around. All right, let me see. I had one here.
Oh wait, Chill Mike wanted to load a bowl. You ground some shit.
Yeah. Let's load a bowl. Favorite Dynavap induction heater, man. We talked about this the other day, Troy. I'm not happy with the current state of induction heaters in the industry because they're all doing this iSpire, change the wattage, change the time, fuck the click thing. And you don't even need a vap cap for that shit. Like, take the cap off and heat it. Like, I really missed like the Orion that I showed, that when it clicked, it was ready, just like normal. You know, like that's important to me in a Dynavap.
Yeah, I honestly just fell out of love with the interface, but again, I'm not. It's just an opinion thing, you know. Like, I just find myself not wanting to use an induction heater when I use a Dynavap or any other similar style, and it's just a preference thing for me.
Yeah, I've been torched for a good probably year and a half now. It's been a minute since I was, because I did induction heaters for a couple of years there. Like that was my preferred choice for a while, but not right now. I haven't tried the Tornado either. For vaping and dabs, hot water is soothing.
Hot water burn baby. I usually go room temperature just because that's what my bong sits at, you know.
I'm usually at room temp, but I prefer hot. But the problem is just it doesn't stay hot. So, you know, you got to keep fucking with it if you want it to be hot.
Jerry's moving to California if that happens.
I will do 6 months in each location for sure. Like I will go there, and like I'm never going to leave this place. This place is awesome.
You can do 6 months here via Thursday through Monday.
Listen to you, man. I love it. That'll work. I like that. That's pretty good. That sounds pretty good. Let's hit this shit. Cheers, gang. Come on, Ace. Come on, Ace. My Ace is in a unsupported coil, so it gets a little tight at times.
Oh, but seriously, I would travel too. Like I would travel as well. If Florida is humid, I'm not gonna like it. You know what I mean? So I think probably just meet Jerry and other weed friendly places. Hot new. Oh wait. I don't know. I think portable ball vapes are still gonna be the next big thing. Non-torch powered. I don't think torches are for the masses. Torches are for extremists and enthusiasts. You know.
What's the next big thing in vapes? Huh?
Question, but get that shit.
It's a good question. I gotta think about that. Because like the ball vapes are here, and they're getting better all the time, but they're here, and I'm curious about what would be the next thing. I'll have to think about that. Do you still like quartz buckets and fire? What do you think, Troy?
I'm a terp slurper snob nowadays, and that D-nail universal heater has made me completely torchless, honestly.
Yeah, dude, I've got mine hot here just in case we were gonna dab. Like, I actually have to I had to pull back because I came in here one day for 2 dabs and then the next day for another dab, and it was doing what I wanted it to do for sure. And I don't want to do that all the time. Like, those dabs are real big. I need to figure out how to take smaller dabs, and then it just wrecks my tolerance. So I don't want to do that every day, but I'm with you, Troy. When I do, I come in here and I turn this thing on and do this hot hole, man. I love the hot hole.
It's the life, dude. It is so game changing to just be like dab session on. Like, it's the same for like the cordless ball vapes. Like, it's like you flip a switch. I want to sesh. Pop. Now my shit's hot. Now my vape's hot. It's the same thing with the hot hole with the D-nail heater for the slurpers. It's like click. Now my slurpers are hot, and I'm having a dab sesh. You take a dab, you clean it, you put it back. By the time you're ready for another dab, it's ready for another dab.
I love it, man. I'm still not. I haven't got my cleaning routine down. Like, I don't have any paper towels in here. I need to just do what you do with the paper towels and the spray shit, because I'm not getting it clean enough. So that's my biggest problem, is I gotta get better at cleaning that fucker. Now I see why you put so much into it, because I can clean it visually like I used to clean other bangers, but as soon as I put it in the hot hole, you can see where you fucked up because shit gets burnt on. You know what I mean? Like, oh fuck, I didn't get it all. You know what I mean?
You got to get it all, otherwise it burns on.
How many vapes is 2 vapes? I don't know. I'm still trying to get there. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, if you don't have at least 2 rooms in your house dedicated to vapes, you got some work to do.
I don't think so. I think it's using basically PID power, running like a light bulb level from the tests that I've seen. I haven't done my own tests, but I'll have to do them.
I mean, it's just running off a standard PID, so it's not going to do anything worse than anything else, right? I mean, it's not like you can plug different things in there and they start sucking crazy power out of it. It does what it does, right?
I don't know. Like, maybe a PID is capable of using insane amounts of electricity. I don't know. I left it on all day.
I mean, I will say that it's a warm thing in your room. Like, it's definitely going to warm up the room. So I get that. That makes sense to me. But not so much that I don't leave it on all the time. Yes, I did. It's I used it the other day with you guys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing Troy has, this dab, right? And I have the terpometer that I've tried to use with things. No bueno. This is the fucking thing, man. Like, after using this with that hot hole, dude, I'm sold, man. Like, I mean, there's a lot more shit out there that's more convenient and easy, but ain't nothing coming close to this hit. I mean, I fucking love it. And I haven't even really dialed it in yet, man. Like, I'm still going lower and lower trying to find my sweet spot. So It's the fucking jet. That's how I dab now, man. Everybody loves a hot hole.
Probably 2 ounces.
Probably 1.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, I probably go through maybe a quarter a week if it's just for me. You know what I mean? If I'm entertaining or testing, that's different. But just for me, I'm probably a quarter a week.
I know for a while I was going through an ounce a week. And then when I was growing, I was going through more than an ounce per week. But yeah, now I'm trying hard to fucking scale back. Like I consider my tolerance very low right now. It's nice. Like it's nice.
I never got to those high amounts. Like when I was smoking about 15 years ago, I didn't smoke much because I didn't like coughing. I didn't like how it felt. Once I got to vaporize, I vaped more than I smoked, but it was so much less that it didn't matter. So I mean, my consumption got cut in half when I switched from smoking to vaping. And at the time when I switched, I was going through half an ounce a month. So I was going through only a quarter ounce a month when I first started vaporizing Troy with that extreme Q. So of course now, I mean, I vape a lot more, but I still tend to use vapes that are pretty efficient. You know what I mean? You'll see when we get into this IQ3 tonight, but it pains me to pack that thing fully.
Dude. Yeah. I was on my list to find the bowl spacers. Like I wanted to use the bowl spacers. Maybe I still will.
Right?
Anyway.
What temp do you guys prefer in the venti when going for the quickest extraction of the flower, Troy?
Straight to 410 if you're in a hurry. That's what I do.
Sames. It's the only way to go. You'll get it done in 3 to 5 hits, depending on your hits.
Yeah, depending if my device is clean and I packed my bowl nicely. Yeah, 3 or 4 really big, like big heavy hits. Pretty much rip it. Although I don't do that as often as I used to. Like I tend to go a little more slower now.
Are you sipping that thing or just taking long, slow ones?
I'm sipping it a little bit more. Like
Okay.
I'm taking advantage. Like I find that if I with the venti with that wide open, if I just casually like and blow vapor, it's satisfying and it doesn't make me cough all that much. Like I might cough once as like a satisfaction cough, but I don't find myself like having to cough. Or like if I'm talking to somebody in the car or we're listening to the radio, like I don't have to fucking turn it up to hear it over my cough.
Yeah, good point, man. Shorter hits, slower hits, comfier throat, definitely.
Yeah.
All right, man. What do we got? Oh, hang on a second here. Any others in here?
There might be some that I missed. Soft serve, frozen custard. Damn, that's a tough question. Jerry didn't like it, I guess. He's like, fuck that.
What was the question? What was it?
It was here, soft serve or frozen custard.
I didn't like that one.
You made it go away.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you put it up there. My bad then. Yeah. So fuck this. Hey, get this off. Go away.
Why not both? I like both.
Yeah. How about like, I mean, I typically look, I don't do much ice cream, so I'm gonna go neither. But there is a custard shop down the street, and last time I had custard there, or custard at all, the only time I had custard was there. It was so sweet and so good. I don't know. I'd probably do soft serve because I did do a Dairy Queen cone in the last 3 months. So how about that? Yeah, soft serve for me, Troy. I just talked myself into it.
Now I want ice cream.
Hell no, says Ain't, man. We're slow as fuck. It's not even quite 10. I get to it for an hour. We want everybody to understand we get into about an hour into the show usually.
I finally reached the bottom of the list. There's no more questions.
Good job.
We did it. That's the good news. Bad news is stoned and forgot everything that I was going to say about the Davinci IQ3.
Oops. That's
I kid.
Yeah, you do. Let me break this thing out here, man.
It's freaking dark.
Right? You are dark there, man. Here, I'm gonna put myself up here, man. Let's do this and do that. Because I'm gonna show off the box here a little bit.
Beautiful packaging as always from Davinci, wouldn't you say?
Always. They lead the industry in that. And I'm not like I look, I don't give a shit about packaging. But when I see this, I go, oh, that's what packaging can do. Like it makes it feel special from the moment you get it.
Yeah, it's an experience.
Check this out. You're gonna love this.
These little magnetic barn doors.
And there she is.
Did yours play music?
No.
No, okay. Mine didn't either.
This opens up. There's a little shelf under here. Yeah, nice. And then there's all your accessories that come with. And then this little foam here comes out. And then your vape comes out. And now you can play with your vape, put the box away, and booyah, you're left with this IQ3. Quite the noticeable vape these days. It's
Happy.
interesting. Yeah. I mean, it's funny because it's still small to me, given that we've since covered the Vinci and the Solo 3, and those are massive. Like we're still making big vapes these days, but this one's not as big as those were. But here, look, next to. That's the IQ2, the exact same IQ2 next to it. You can see how much bigger.
It feels like a big difference in the hand, but in reality, it's really not that much. You put it in your pocket, and you still feel like I feel like I can carry two of them, in the same pocket.
I agree with that. It's no longer fully concealable, but it's still not huge. You know what I'm saying?
You put this thing in a sock though, and it's a murder weapon.
Yes.
Tube sock. I don't know about an ankle sock. Maybe. Might still work, I guess.
Right? Crazy heavy. Tonight we're gonna kind of go over it and show you some stuff, but I want you guys to understand we're not doing a review on this thing. We're just I've only had it for about a little over a week. Troy's had it a little longer than that, but we're basically giving you kind of like a first impressions. Here's what we think so far, kind of thing.
Yeah. You know, go for a little tour and kind of talk about what the upgrades are over the IQ2 or the IQC.
Please, yeah, show us what you got there.
Is yours blue, by the way?
It is blue. It's the same color as my IQ2. Which was that same? I think their colors are the same as IQ2. Like it's blue, green, purple, black. You know what I mean? Same colors or something like that. So,
yeah. USB-C, of course. You got to have USB-C
right
nowadays.
The IQ2 is micro, by the way.
Yeah. Airflow adjustments on the bottom, just like the IQ2 had. The IQ2 had this. I don't know if I ever really used it. Let's pop that open. Get this pearl, adjustable pearl. This threads up and down. In the previous vapes, it's been kind of unreliable. Like I've always been too scared to fuck with that too much on the IQ2 because the thing is fragile and people are always complaining about them breaking off. I feel like this one is more durable. Like they found some more durable bendy silicone, or maybe it's just because it's a bigger vape, everything's scaled up. They were allowed to make that bigger. It makes the bowl a little bit smaller, a little bit.
Let me see here, because I can look at the pearl on this one or see what you're saying in the post on the old one. Oh yeah, the post on the old one's definitely narrower. So you're absolutely right. The bigger vape has a bigger post, stronger post.
So this is like a glass-lined zirconia oven.
Nice.
Right? It's a different oven than the usual IQ, isn't it? What color is your IQ2 bowl?
The IQ2 has got the white ceramic, and it's got a different hole pattern in the bottom. You know, it's just got like a hexagon and a center hole. So there's like, 7 holes?
Yeah, and you can see it's funnel shaped, which makes it probably one of the nicest vapes to load when it comes to like scooping your shit into the bowl. You can literally just like plop it in there and just slide it down in. And if you want to stir it, you can pull it all out onto this little loading pad, kind of stir your weed up and then pack it back in. It's like a built-in stirring loading tray. You can probably roll a little joint down in this little tray if you're handy. I'm not. I got sausage fingers, so I can't do that shit. But 0.7 grams is what this giant bowl holds, and that's what my it's hard to tell just how big it is, but it's a conduction vape, and if you pack it, it's gonna hold 0.7. Let's show you the other end here.
I ground up 0.7 and weighed it and then put it in there to see if I could get it all in, because a lot of times I can't. Like when they say the max you can put in a packs, I can't get that all in there. I put this one in, got the whole 0.7 and packed it tightly, and it was right where I wanted it to be, which was lower than the silicone rim. So it was they're no joke. You can, the way you want to pack it, 0.7 grams.
Damn. Now you know.
This is the vapor, what they call it, the flavor chamber, and it has a cool core that if you flip that thing around and use the handle part, I was able to pull it out with the handle on the lip.
I just had to get it started.
Gotcha.
I just couldn't do it looking away from me.
Yeah.
Oh, it's kind of sticky.
Yep.
Of course. So there's your Satan's anus down in there.
There it is. And it's probably still there, guys. That gasket leaves little hidden spots. So I think it's going to do the same.
Yep. It's just bigger. Satan's got a bigger anus now.
Maybe you can get a bigger Q-tip up there and clean something.
All right. So here's the spiral architecture of this little cooling, for what they call it, the core, cool core, IntelliCore, for that little flavor chamber. It also comes with a lid. So like in the traditional way, if you want to like stuff some nugs in here or some cloves or some lavender, you know, you can still put things in there and then put the little lid on there and then put that in your vape and have clove infused vapor, just like I showed in that Davinci video, like 2016. Remember that?
Yeah, I do, man. That was fun. That was fun. That's pretty neat, man. That vapor goes in the top, goes all the way down the spiral, and then there's holes in the side that then it blows right out the center of the spiral out to the mouthpiece.
Yeah, and then the biggest upgrade here, this big old honking battery right here, larger than the 18650. It's the 21700.
Huge.
It's big. Yeah.
They say you'll get 90 minutes of runtime. That's what Davinci claims. I haven't run mine. Actually, I did run mine down, but I didn't pay attention to the time because I took really long sessions. I was probably 5 or 6 extended sessions. So I wouldn't be surprised if I got close to 90 minutes on my first battery.
Yeah, I haven't been able to even start a scientific battery test in my testing on this yet, because when I do that, I want to have consistent usage, and right now I haven't figured out how to use it consistently. And I'm gonna talk about that tonight. I'm gonna load mine up to its full capacity and use it the way that I'm learning a lot of Davinci IQ users use their vapes, Jerry.
Okay.
And this is gonna be one of those maybe we've been using it wrong kind of things, because I got comments on my IQ3 content, and I've also spoken to several people in the Discord or on Twitter lately. I've been exploring Twitter and finding vaporists, and I'm finding that a lot of people like the big bowl and they don't vape it all at once. They carry it and they vape on it multiple times throughout the day. They don't care that, you know, about those fresh terps in every sesh. They're just looking for a little bit of their medicine, you know, and they're using one bowl for multiple sessions, like up to 4 or 5 sessions.
Okay. Well, look, I'm open to being told that's the way to do it. That is not the way I would do it on a conduction vape. So let's see. I mean, the V3 Pro was made for that, and it's full convection, and that's why we like the full convection. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're packing these full, and then we're doing it. Now, what temps? Is there a temp setup that you have to do to make this work?
I assume if I'm going to suck on this thing for multiple sessions, I'm actually going to go, I'm going to say let's start at 370, 375, 375, 375 acceptable.
Sure. My smart path that I customized starts at 350. So 375 is no problem.
Yeah, and maybe with this glass lined bowl, maybe it cools down really quick in between hits or in between sessions and maximizes flavor with that larger size. Maybe there are some upsides to the oversized bowl not extracting as quickly. You know what I mean?
Like I said, I got some really long sessions with it. I thought the flavor was really good in the beginning because there's so much weed in there. There's a lot of flavor.
Yeah, there's so much terps. I feel like I just licked a weed plant.
Oh, you're into it. So you're at 375. How many hits are you gonna take before you turn it off?
I'm pretending that I'm off doing something and I wanna see some vapor at least. Like if I'm gonna pull a vape out of my pocket and turn it on to catch a little buzz, I at least want to see some vapor.
So are you leaving on 375 right now?
Right now, oh my god, it tasted like a Glade plug-in version of my weed. It was so strong, so much terpage.
Glade plug-in cracks me up, man. That's good.
I mean, it literally tasted like Bath and Body Works cannabis. It's on my tongue. It's still there. I feel like I drank straight terpenes. The neighbors are laughing. I hope they're not laughing at me. They probably are. Not.
Yeah, that's a lot of mint.
A lot of flavor. I'm going to test the difference between a couple sips versus just a real slow, steady draw. Because I noticed, did you notice that this thing has inhale activation or inhale sensor? So it lights up when I'm hitting it.
Yeah, it lights up here and climbs. And I think at some point when it gets to the top, it stops. I think it's around 12 seconds is when it quits the draw. So you're not going to take your 20-second draws on this unless you pause and go again.
Yeah, so
here too, bright lights on the side.
So with the previous IQ, I'd usually kind of puff on it, kind of like a PAX or even a Magic Flight launch box, rather than just taking a continuous draw. But if this one is chopping the power and giving full power during the draw, it may benefit from that longer draw.
Right. All right, so I'm still on 375. I've taken probably 3 or 4 hits. I'll take one more good long hit and then we'll turn it off.
Yeah, the vape's getting warm. It's pretty satisfying. Definitely smells more weedy.
Ooh.
In my office.
That was really good.
What'd you do?
I got a minty exhale but had some sweetness to it, but just enough to make me wonder what kind of sweet it was, and I couldn't identify it, but it was on the inside of my teeth. It was great. I'm gonna turn this fucker off now with 5 clicks.
Same.
Do you take a cooldown hit?
Yeah. Yeah, I would totally take multiple cooldown hits. Wow, I fucked that one up a whole bunch of times. I would totally take multiple cooldown hits if I were using the IQ3 like this in a real world scenario, because I want the remainder of that bowl to cool down and not cook anymore whatsoever. So there's more flavor for my next turn on.
Yep, that's good. I took 2 and it's done.
Yeah, I took 1 and it was done. But then I technically took 1 and then talked for like 55 seconds. And then took another hit.
Luckily, you didn't have your eyes open, so you're good.
Really?
I mean, you didn't see anything, did you?
Guess not.
My goodness. All right, so if I'm going by the by the checklist here, airflow dial. What's your opinion on that? Like I tend to think the pack has more to do with it.
Yeah, that's the thing, is like adjustable airflow. It's almost kind of a moot feature because the vape needs to have a tightish pack because it's a conduction vape. So like the airflow is always going to be bottlenecked by the bowl and the weed itself anyway. And the only time you can actually feel the difference between those settings is on an empty bowl. Unless you're using capsules, I guess. If you're using capsules, then maybe you want to dial it down. I don't know.
If you pack this thing like you would a convection or a hybrid vape so that it's just loosely filled with a gentle tamp, if you pack it like that, then the airflow dial might make a difference, you know? And fuck, this vape might be a good one to do that with because it's such a big oven. You could probably still get 1/4 gram in there and have a nice loose pack. So, fuck, Troy, I think I just found out what I'm going to do for my next bowl. We're going to pack it loosely and see what the airflow dial does.
Try it. Like I encourage you to try it. I look forward to you trying it. I tried it on my first bowl.
Oh,
and
what do you think?
I ended up with a bunch of weed in my mouth. Like I was sucking weed straight through like the mouthpiece. I was like,
Are you missing a piece in there somewhere? That's not supposed to happen.
No, but like the holes in the mouthpiece, if you don't, they're pretty big.
They are big. You're right. You got bits through there, motherfucker.
I got bits through there, bro.
Damn, that's crazy. I never would have thought that would happen.
You know how hard I suck.
One of the best. Gosh. That's crazy. Okay, well, I am going to do my next bowl like that because I just kind of thought that through and thought, like I used to pack the packs that way back in the day, and I would take really long, slow hits because I prefer to get more of a convecty hit. I was trying to pretend it could do it. So,
I thought you were going to continue your rhyme. You were rhyming there for a second, and maybe you didn't realize it.
I did get 1 or 2. Did I get 2 in there? I know I got 1. So I didn't mean to get any of them. They just kind of happened. So
rhymes.
Yeah, those weren't intentional. I don't even know how many there were.
Okay. How about turning this thing back on and going for round 2? Do we wait long enough, or do we need to wait longer?
Let's give a dry hit and see.
I kind of want to look and see what's left.
I think I can still taste just a little bit. Let's open up the bottom and take a look. But mine's green on top still, but brown on the edges around the circle.
Yeah, mine looks very much green.
Very much. And
they bust it out and stir it.
Are you? Is that per instructions? Or are you just doing it? Is this part of the you're doing it wrong, we need to do it this way, or are you just doing that?
Oh no, I wanted to see. But yeah, it's cooked a little bit on the edges, but for the most part, it was pretty even.
All right, I'm gonna do it too. We'll do it right here together, man. See if I can see what the fuck's
Well,
up.
now we both have no data.
We both have what?
Nothing. Hey.
Shut up, Jerry. Let's see.
Ay, this little stir stick.
It's only, and it barely looked like it gets there, but it's not much of a handle to hold.
I know
You're
it's
trying to
tiny. I
stir
love it. It's tiny, but yeah, it's easy to use, easy to lose.
All right, let's get all this shit back in there. Love this loading dock, man. Love the stir playfield.
Yeah, dude, I don't want to stir any vapes anymore, to be honest.
Me neither. Like I just did this for you.
But this one kind of feels like it. Aside from the stir stick being under a flap on the top, and then having the weed being under a flap on the bottom that you have to flip over. Aside from that, it kind of at least feels like this vape caters to stirrers. You know, like you can pull your weed out into a little loading thing. Again, I generally wouldn't want to stir it, but when in Rome.
Oh, yeah. Look, had they not put a stir tool on the fucking thing, I would never stir it. And I still have never, like, I don't remember the last time I stirred a Davinci. I never stir these fuckers. Conduction vape. I'm always like, what the fuck's the point of that? In this case, we're trying to come back to it a few times. So it makes sense to me to, okay, if you want to, shut it down early and come back, stir. So what temp are you going to this time?
390, good sir.
390 it is. I think the temperature adjustment's really easy. Like it's the right amount of move and how long you have to hold it to like that's how fast it goes when you hold it in. It really like it kind of like ramps up. Like the longer it goes, the faster it kind of runs. It's almost like it's got some momentum to it. You know what I mean? So, you're at 390, you said?
Yeah, I'm at 390, and it just gave me like a little like square thing at the bottom.
All right. Well, I'm at 390. It just buzzed in my hands. Okay, these lights are pretty bright in here. Outside in the sun, it does feel like they've put some attention to it. Like I thought that was pretty bright on camera there. I think that, oh yeah, they're brighter than the IQ2. Like look at these side by side.
Huh? Is that just because your IQ2 is dirty? Those little LEDs get dirty with dirt.
You know, they look pretty similar on the camera, but in person, the IQ3 is brighter than the IQ2. Quit doing that shit, motherfucker. There you go. Okay, we'll turn this off. That's funny that I held them up and they look the same because they don't look the same in my hand. Like to the naked eye, the 3 is brighter.
Oh, Jesus.
I want to say 430 there, McGirt.
I'm not getting much vapor. The flavor's kind of spent. Like I got all the flavor in the first sesh. So the second flavor is not very fun, you know. Like I would hate to pull out my vape right now. Like if somebody walked up to me right now and like, hey, can I try your vape? And I was like, really? Now's not a good time. You know, you don't want this.
Let me have 3 more sessions on it first.
Yeah, exactly. Like this style is not for me.
I'm still getting some mint, but it's becoming overwhelmed by the roastiness that I don't want till the end of the bowl. You know what I mean? So, and I'm only at 390 on the first couple hits.
Yeah. Yeah.
When I was taking vapor down out of this last week, and this weekend, I would take a long session I'd finish a bowl in the whole session. And about halfway through is where I noticed it would kind of turn. Like it would get roasty pretty quickly about halfway through, and then it would continue to get roasty until I had enough of it. So this feels like it's getting spent just a little bit quicker, but maybe not.
I'm taking it to 430, by the way. I'm aborting this test. I don't want to turn it off for a third one. I'm just gonna pretend that I'm doing it right now.
I'm getting enough taste out of mine that I'm gonna give it a third run, but I'm gonna expend it here at 390.
I mean, bumping it to 430 gives me a new flavor. So I mean, if I were to have turned it off, cooled it down, and came back to a 430, this is what I'd be getting. It tastes like paper, though. It tastes like paper.
I still am getting some mint that's just mixed with the roast.
Vape is hot. Is your vape hot?
It's warm like it usually is.
Shit.
The backside was a little warmer because it conducts heat into your hand to cool down. So I've been holding it the whole time. My hands are nice and warm. But I wouldn't say hot. If I handed this to my wife, she would say it's hot. And she's one of the ones that I think is more sensitive. But there are plenty of people like her that are on that sensitive side on the heat scale. So. All right, that's enough hits for me. I'm going off. Have my cool down hits. And then after that, I'll take a third session. Fuck it. I'll take a third to 410 and maybe get ready for a fourth. You know how that goes.
I'm just going to keep going until the flavor's gone. And it just flipped from being like paper to being like, let me hit it again. Let me tell you.
I do think they've got a number here that says it's 54% cooler vapor than previous models. I don't know. I was thinking more 53 myself, but no, I will say that it's definitely nice and cool. The vapor itself, I do not feel like I have any problems with that. Like it's nice and comfy.
Tastes like freezer burnt lasagna.
Trying to think that through and what that's like, and it's got a roasty flavor, doesn't it? As you cough through it, I love it.
Jesus.
Got the same nice build quality. I mean, this thing is legit as far as it's like. It feels like it's an expensive vaporizer. The air dial's got that camera dial feel with the clickiness to it that's fucking great and expensive.
Right. I agree with you right there. It does have a great feel.
While we're recovering here, let me talk for a minute while my vape cools down. Troy, this has got that shit they put on the IQ2, the dosage control. And I don't know if you ever played with that back in the day much. I did a couple times. It didn't work that well for me. They got the same stuff on this one too. So this one has dosage control. You can do it on board or on the app. I have not tried it on this vaporizer. I didn't think much of it on the IQ2, but it's time to give this one a run. Let me see if I can pull up. See, I've got my thing here. Will it connect? I probably have to connect to my thing here, but anyhow, real quick, I'm going to share this. One of these, it's going to be that one. This is the dashboard on the app. Now, the app I believe they have an actual app on Android. I'm not certain. On the iPhone, they want you to download the Connect browser and then Bluetooth connect to the vape and then do your thing. On my Windows desktop, same thing. Open up Google Chrome or whatever browser you want and connect to your computer Bluetooth. I was not able to get it to connect to my iPhone. Had no problems getting the browser rolling, but it wouldn't connect to the vape. On Windows, no problem whatsoever. Here we are here. So I don't know what these buttons do, like select smart path. There is no smart path because it's not on, but let me see. If I turn it on right now, I wonder if it'll just connect and know, or if I need to come back here and reconnect my devices here. Let's see what we get with that. No devices. Let's set up a device. And
you get to name it.
Yeah, you do. You get to name it. And I thought this shit was gonna stick. I wish it had. It didn't. So but like I just do something like IQ3 there.
IQ300.
Oh, you want a 300 on there? Let's put a 00. I can get you going. IQ300. Connect. And then it sees the 2. There's my 3 right there. Let's pair. And then call it mittens. Dude, this is great. We should have had a little more time on that, man. So here we go. You got whatever this junk is over here. Then you go into the dashboard here and you go to that. And now you can see what's up. Like my vape is set to 390 and there's the line. But I'm going to on board here. I'm going to just switch it to a smart path and we're going to put it on smart path 1. And smart path 1 for me starts at 350 and then climbs up to 450 over, I think, 8 minutes. And so right now it sees that it's already too hot. So it's dropping and it just buzzed. So now this vape is at, you can see over here, 358, and it's going to slowly rise for 8 minutes all the way to the top. Now that's how I would do a bowl. Like I really like that. I like a long, slow session where you're going to just ride that fucker all the way to the top. So that's not what I'm doing here. Remember, I'm on a quest to get I'm doing 410 with this bowl. And so I just made all those changes on board. You can see what it's doing on screen. It's pretty neat how the screen is showing you what's going on in the vape as I touch the buttons. Look at that. It's changing from a smart path to a straight line and everything's in line now. So now we're at 4. That's pretty fucking neat, man.
It's the Enzo. It is cool. I like the way that the Google Graph animated. So when you're saving your smart paths, do you have the option of setting the length of that smart path?
Yeah. So here, I'll switch it back to smart paths here. And this is one that I changed. But if I want to select smart path, you can see this is 8 minutes, 351 to 450. Smart path 2 out of the, this is the one I customized 1. Smart path 2, which is 70 to 90, and you can fuck with that. So if we go to smart path 2, oh, I wanted to edit that fucker. Was there an edit button on there? No? Shit. Well, somewhere on here there was a way to edit this, and I'll have to, maybe it's in settings. Let's see. Smart paths. There we go. So you can reset them all. Or now this is how you edit the fuckers. And so you basically, I got this thing too high up here, man. Like, how do I?
What the fuck?
It went off the chart with that one, but let's try a different smart path. We can go to smart path 2. And yeah, you basically get 3 sliders that you can position anywhere on this 8-minute scale. And then whatever temp you want. You could even, I think, can you start high and then move down? No. So you can only go hotter. But anyhow, you can do, shit like that. You could make it a shorter session, Troy. Like I can move this down and I can move this in. And now that's probably going to be a 5-minute session. Yeah, 5 minutes.
Huh.
Looks like you could fuck around down here too. You pick one of these things and set the temp. And then you come down here and you set the thing. You can move it that way if you want. I'll reset this one. And like I said, this is the one that I built. This is pretty neat. And what is cool is some of the other web apps, they don't do the programming unless you connect to the web app and load it. This one saves it on board. So this Smart Path 1 is a custom Smart Path for me. And I think you can edit the name here too. Yeah. So
can you add more than 3 though? I wish you could start high. I know it doesn't quite make sense, but in a way, like cranking it up to 420 just to start your session, just to get the whole bowl real hot, and then going back down to like 380 is a more powerful hit than just warming up to 380. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I'm not sure what that would be like in a conduction vape compared to a convection. I've done it on some convection vapes a lot, but it would be interesting to see how it would go on here. So anyhow, dude, the app is really refined. It's just on the fucking web. So here's some settings here. Turn the vibrations on and off, stealth on and off, which is just dimmer. Change the temperature unit. That's pretty much it for settings. Yeah, then you can shop for shit, of course, whatever. You can participate in their study. I guess maybe they'll read information off your vape. I have no idea what that's about. Maybe it's not. I just made that shit up. But anyhow, that, my man, is the IQ web app. It's pretty neat.
It smells. It smells.
I'm on 410 now, Troy, going for my 3rd session. Starts off minty and now it's starting to wane, I feel.
That's after the 430. So, motherfucker.
Right, yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. But it looks tan, yeah. It's not just the camera either. So I'm gonna go back in for another 430 session because I know there it smells awful, but I know there's vapor there. There's flavor there. There's more lasagna terps there.
That's funny.
That's good.
I'm still surprised this isn't as bad taste as I thought it was. I didn't find it as offensive as you did.
What?
Taste.
Offensive?
On the 2nd session, yeah. You were like, I'm done with that, and went right up to the top.
Well, different weed, you know?
Yeah, I'm doing my snow till, baby. Which kills me. Kills me to put that much snow till in here. What'd you guys think of that app? Did it look pretty cool? Give me some chat feedback on that. This thing's huffing clouds now, man. On short little puffs.
I think customizing the smart paths is fucking cool. You know, having automated temp stepping. You might have a morning temp step routine that's, 360, 380, 400, and then a nighttime one that's 390, 420, 450.
I was surprised it went up to 450 because on board I can only get up to 430. So the app got it, at least on the app it says 450. I don't know if it reaches it or not, but that's what it says. But on the buttons on the vape itself, you can't go past 430, I believe, Troy.
Okay.
Because you were there at the top temp, right? 430?
Yeah. I can't go any higher than 430. So, but in the smart path, you managed to get a 450.
Yeah, I can. And it shows up on the grid, so I think that's kind of interesting. I don't know if the vape gets that high, but the graph does. Let's see here. So we got some feedback on the apps. Not a fan of the apps. I get you there, man. Looked user friendly, right on. Very cool app. Definitely more user friendly than Stores and Bickle. And like I said, I created one and saved it on here, so it's on here. I don't have to fucking, go back and load it up again. So that's cool.
Are you not amazed by that massive cloud that it pulled?
I'm sorry, I was reading the comments over here.
Son of a bitch.
Let's roll the tape on that.
Let me get you the instant replay.
Yeah, let's do that again. Might be the only thing going for it. Looks pretty intuitive. As a medical user, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. The app's cooler than the vape. That's funny. Oh, where was that? Right here. Yeah. Okay, let me know when you're about to do this.
That wasn't nearly as impressive as the first one. That was probably the same.
Right. I get you. I'm turning this off now. Gonna bump it up to 430 next time and finish it off.
Honestly, there's not much there at that 430. Like, it doesn't taste like much. I'm surprised that it's so colorful, like the remnants.
I'm well past any good taste at this point. I just finished the 410 session and it's all the roasty stuff for me. So I would normally quit right now. Say that's enough. But we're gonna go to 430 tonight. So I'm gonna get one more session out of this fucker.
Hey, that was a good hit.
That shit's dark.
You weren't looking again. You missed it, Jay. You never looking when I was.
You're absolutely right. I never am. It pisses me off. I gotta spend more time looking at it. Are you gonna do it again?
Yeah, I figured it out. I think.
Just figured it out. Now I'm getting excited. I'm gonna watch it now. Oh, I see what you're doing. Using the 10 millimeter, and that's why you've got that side thing going. That was like the fourth hit, right?
What?
That was like the fourth hit, though, right? That's a good fourth hit on a bong.
At least.
At 430, like that was your fourth hit at that temp. You've been vaping that fucker.
I had a whole sesh at it. I kept vaping at 430 before, and I turned it off, and then now I'm turning it back on, being like, shit, that was the last of my weed. Good thing I didn't empty it out of my vape. Doing that thing, you know? I'm just going to keep vaping on this. Because that's what I would do if I didn't have anything left, right?
Fuck yeah, you would. Fuck yeah. I'll say real quick, the vape's $299, so it's a decent amount of money, but nowhere near the $450 price tag we see of some of our other favorites. So, the dosage control is interesting. You basically, I'll describe it, even though I haven't used it on this vape. I used it on the last one. You can tell it how much percentage THC and CBD is in your herbs that you're throwing in there. And then you can tell it how full you made it, whether it was a quarter or half or 3/4 or full. And then you can tell it how much you want to take in, I think. And then it'll track that based on its own algorithm, which is programmed through the testing and experience at Davinci. And then at the end, you end up with some amount of cannabinoids, but it's been calculated to hopefully be close to what you wanted in it. So it only works if you've got shit that's lab tested, unless you're just going to make shit up and throw it in there, which might be what we're doing anyhow.
Yeah.
I found that it on the last iteration, it shut down my sessions long before I thought it was ready. So,
ooh, that's a warm vape.
It's getting up there for you, huh?
Yeah, I mean, especially because like on a bong, I'm not holding it, but like when I'm hitting it with my mouth, it's in my hand. So my hand is taking away heat from the vape. It's actively cooling. And I think that's kind of how it's designed. You know, it's designed with that all aluminum body. It doesn't have a bunch of surface area. It's made to dissipate heat into your hand.
True. If you don't hold it, it gets hotter.
Yeah. If you don't hold this vape, it gets hotter. Like if you do the session where you hit it and set it down on the table and then hit it, it gets like so hot that it's like, oh shit. You don't want to touch it anymore.
All that.
I will.
Fuck all that.
Fuck all that bullshit.
All that bullshit.
Well, Jerry, I think mine's pretty roasted now.
Right on.
So I'm gonna dump it into my hand and show you the color.
Yes. Let me make you big.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, this is gonna be warm.
shit, it's got vapor coming out too. All right, we got to get your face. There you go. Yeah, that's what I expect out of a fully done conduction vaporizer. I've seen darker too, though. That's kind of nice.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's nice and even.
You started how many times? 2?
No, just the one, I think.
Just the one? All right.
Ouch. Ow. Freeze. That little nipple
Careful,
is a
bro.
hot nipple.
Yeah.
Ooh, that is Satan's nipple. If there's an anus in there, that's Satan's anus. That nipple is Satan's nipple. And I just burned my finger on it right there.
Watch the fuck out. I'm going in for session 4. We're going to do 4:30 on this one.
Right?
What's that?
Oh, sorry. You didn't read fast enough.
That's right. That's what Troy does, man. Puts it all on the line for you guys.
Oh, you know what I
4:30.
wanted to do? Too late now. I wanted to dump some of that into my pinch hitter bowl and compare it to a sloppy second. Like see how much of a sloppy second a hit it was with
That's a good idea. It'd be nasty, but you
I know. I know.
What the fuck?
Good thing I forgot to do it. Good thing I forgot
All
to do
that.
it.
Fuck all that.
Oh.
Okay, so I've got my dashboard running. It's at 4:30. I'm looking at it on the screen. It's kind of cool.
Jerry, that's a valid use. What we just did. Like I don't like it, but it's a valid. Like for somebody that, like maybe they just want to load it once a day and vape it a couple times, and then that's it for them. And then they smoke a joint when they're done at night. You know, like a lot of people go back and forth. We're a different breed. Us exclusive vaporists, vape heads, convection vape heads, ball vaporists, ball vape users. We're all a different breed than others. You know, there's different vape species users out there. People that will load this and oh my god, it's hot. Use it throughout the day with the same bowl, multi-sesh. They're out there. No judgment.
If I was into the night with a joint, this 4th session at 4:30 is preferable and close in taste. Like this is really roasty right now. Like I'm sure I'm beating the fuck out of this. And I would not normally do this. Now, there was a time when I used to take all my shit this far and further, Troy. I mean, that's back when shit wasn't legal. So, dude, if you don't have a lot, then yeah, I could totally see you wanting to take 3 or 4 fucking sessions off this, and you can't. And especially throughout the day, like I could see doing that first one in the morning, the second one just before lunch, the third one in the afternoon, and saving the 4th one for when I climb into bed. I could see that as a daily routine.
Yeah.
I could. Go ahead.
I could too. There's Dexter.
Hector.
Thought we'd get through the whole show without this.
He's cute, man.
Shit, now I lost what I was going to say.
Well, I was talking about how it doesn't taste great on the last 2 sessions, but it's viable for an all-day use if you wanted to break it up into, morning and sleepy time sessions.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. What I was gonna say from that was like that. It's interesting that to both of us, we were like, I don't really want to load 0.7 into that. That's a lot for us because our vape selection has become so refined that we've honed in on like hyper efficiency. Like the vapes we're using may not be the easiest to use, but they're the most efficient things out there. And the amount of weed that goes into the IQ3 is 7 of my bowls. Like the bowl that I use when I'm vaping daily, it's 7 of them. Like it would take 7 of these things, maybe even more. You know, this pinch hitter bowl, at least 7. And I don't know if I bowls per day anymore. I mean, I probably do. 3 bowls per sesh.
And every one's a fresh green hit. Like that's the real difference. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I wouldn't. That's kind of my question. Is like, for me, the IQ2 was plenty big enough. I mean, that fucker, you could put a half gram in there. So I didn't know that I needed more than that. And I mean, some people do, but that's 0.7 grams in a vaporizer is a shit ton of weed, Troy. Like we had a hard time packing a whole gram. What was how many grams did we put into the verdamper to choke it?
Yeah, it was huge. But compared to a joint or a blunt, like for a smoker who's used to rolling joints, if they buy a quarter ounce and they're going to bring it home and it's going to roll 6 joints for them, and they're putting almost a gram in all their joints or whatever. If a joint is a gram, this vape is still 1 joint or less. This is 2 cones, or this is like one cone is two vape sessions with this.
Yeah.
So like from a smoker standpoint, from like somebody who's like just burning their weed, literally, this thing is actually fucking hyper effective and hyper efficient still. And it's a great way to get more taste out of your terps. It's better than smoking it. Right. But from a hyper vape geek standpoint, we've honed in on more hyper efficient vaporizers, or at least I have. That's for my preference, you know?
Yeah, I grew up a convection snob. I'm still a convection snob. I appreciate conduction, but I don't use it much personally. So there's your load. Definitely lighter here and darker there. I stirred once after the 375 session and then never again. So that's
how come it's lighter or darker?
That's the bottom and that's the top. That's all I know. I only stirred it once. I didn't stir it more than that. So I would imagine if I didn't stir it once, that might even be darker down here. So anyhow, there you go. The vape itself, nice and clean. Still fucking mirror finish there. Rock on.
The mirror.
All right, so now I want to put enough in here to just fill it up and see if I get bits like you did.
Oh, loosely. Yeah, go for it. You might not do it because now that you've run a few bowls through it, now the entire vapor path is coated with honey. So now
that's the first thing you did?
Yeah, dude, that video was my first bowl with it. Wow. So it was a completely fresh vape. So people are hating on me like, I don't get dry bits in mine when I loose pack. I said, well, mine was fresh, clean.
It does make a difference. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They think that I faked it on video to make the vape look bad. You paid by Stores and Pickle, Jerry.
That's right, man.
To talk shit about.
They ain't giving us enough money to talk good about this thing. Fucking piece of shit. All right, so
that's hilarious.
I didn't even like tamp that. It's pretty much full and loose. So I'm going like full blown airflow should make a difference here. And on this one, I'm going to go to my Smart Path 1 that I like, which starts nice and low and finishes. Yeah. So I'm on Smart Path 1. If you're following along on the line here, we're starting to get up to temperature. We're almost there. You can see it rising.
Cool. This is cool.
Let's see what it does to the temp representation when I take a hit. See if it cools it down.
Yeah. Does it actually show the temperature of the bowl, or does it just show the temperature of the bowl's preferred temp setting?
Yeah, you see that? Like, you see when I can get rid of the, I don't know how, but, oh, can you see that when I'm, somehow at times it gets rid of that orange line for me. Oh, there you go. Did you see that?
Yeah.
So anyhow, that's it. Let's see. It gets covered by the orange, but if it deviates, you'll definitely see it.
Let's do it.
Okay. That was wide open. Like I have it set to wide open. I hit it wide open. It's Terp fucking city. Little bit rough, I think, because of those terps and the increased airflow. I didn't see anything change on the screen up here. So it I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna hit another one at that same airflow and see if it starts to thicken up on the second hit. Still pretty light. I'm going to choke up the airflow and see if that gives me more vapor. I would imagine it will at some point. I'll just choke it one on the dial.
Okay. Because you got a loose pack in there, don't you?
Mm-hmm. So I'm still too wide open for this to really build up much vapor. I'm going to take it all the way down to 1. So I'm 1 hole. I can close it too, but this is the 1 hole.
Jerry's 1 hole in it.
1 hole in this bitch. Hear that whistle? It's got a little bit of whistle to it.
Whoop, whoop. I think Chris was cutting it out.
Hang on, can we affect that?
So we've determined that the graph is not showing the actual temperature. It's
not showing any deviation, which I know it's conduction, so that's technically possible, but I don't think it's probable.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
I do not like the whistle, and
you got vapor that time.
Still not much vapor. I'm at 388 now, so I'm gonna choke it all the way up.
Can you even hit it when it's choked all the way?
I think so. Yeah. There's still some coming in from somewhere. And then what temp am I at right now? 392. Should I take it a little higher first? What do you think? I'll just give it 1.
I mean, I went from 370 to 3. I think I skipped the 410 zone. I probably should have spent more time in the 410s.
Well, this is slowly climbing. It's almost at 400 already. So taste is good. It's really nice and minty.
No, it's not on demand. It's a session. It's a session vape.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna hit my pinch hitter because I loaded it here with the Ace, Jerry.
Go for it. Well, I'm just gonna let this sit for a minute so we can look at the temperature. It's kind of cool to have the temperature vape you're using on screen, especially when it's changing like that. So loose pack, not a thick vapor. Like you're gonna get thin vapor on a loose pack. And I would say that's probably because of both less weed and more airflow. Like I think it's getting it from both ends there. Ooh. Damn, that's what I'm talking about. All right, now we're getting somewhere. So 410, it starts to do something with the light pack. Yeah, you talking about this vape DM Tango? That would be funny, man. If it became self-aware, hope it would be able to pack itself, especially clean itself. I'd be like, yo, man, you take your own showers. Oh man. Well, Troy, I think I'm done presenting this screen. I don't need that anymore. I'll just tell you if it gets anywhere at this point.
Yeah. What do you guys think in the chat? Is the pack 0.7 grams and vape on it multiple times throughout the day something you would do? Yay or nay? What do you think?
I think this chat's gonna be big time nay everywhere.
Wow.
Not impressed. We got somebody here. Almeida tomorrow. Yeah.
Oh,
I
there's
got
one.
one.
Yeah.
Got one.
There you go. All right.
I know 3
Thanks,
people that
Almeida.
like the roasty taste of spent vapor. Like they're cool with that. So they're those people are out there, man. Yeah, you ain't gonna vape it with my lips, bro.
Damn.
You are not vaping my vape with my lips.
I would say it's nicer than the PAX, but honestly, I've kind of fallen for the PAX Mini over even the PAX Plus. Like doing conduction with the smallest bowl possible makes the most sense. Similar to any other fucking vape. Getting the most out of the smallest amount is should be the starting point.
Interesting.
You know? Like once we can go from there. Yeah.
Right, I'm at 442 and now it's huffing. Finally, it's huffing now at 440 with a light pack.
Dude.
Yeah, things buttery, man. That's funny, man. I'm just trying to make room for everybody, bro. There's somebody out there for everything.
There's always somebody. That's exactly it. Like I've talked to people, multiple people now over the years that will pack a bowl and use it for the whole week. Like I remember that guy with the Flower Mate, like with the Flower Mate V5 that he's been using for 8 years, and he packs a bowl on Sunday and he finishes it on Friday or whatever, and then packs a new one on Sunday, and wow, he vapes it every single night. Wow. Okay.
I know, man. Look, I mean, I've been there. Like I've vaped some really old leftovers. I've even smoked shit that was vaped all the way to the end. Cause I mean, there's been times when you just ain't got it. You ain't got to do what you got to do. So, I mean, I feel you, you know, and if you're in that situation, then all fucking day long, that's what you would do. This is, this tasted done. And, if I can show you here, there you go. This is the side that came out last. That was on the bottom. That was on the top. I was surprised it was that light. It tasted a lot darker than that at the end. But in this case, the flavor lasted through most of the bowl. The flavor lasted until it started to vape, honestly, is what happened. So, and then it pretty quickly got done.
I think a riser did take a giant leap this year in performance. Really, like their new heater really performs with that stem system. Like it really does. Like I went back to it with that bendy stem after doing the portable stream, and god damn, that vape kicked my ass. Nice. Love it.
Yeah, I think that, you know, the definitely, like you said, that was a jump in performance. The Venti jump in performance. This one just feels bigger, and it really does feel bigger even in the session. So I know that they did some more with the airflow, and if you pack lightly, this does have more airflow than the two. There's Dexter, man. What's up, buddy? Been out there making noise, bud. Talking like you can hear me.
Yeah.
This
is Dexter.
You two are cute together, man.
Yes, thank you. Yes, I love you too, buddy.
Dexter can be seen regularly on 420 Vape Zone Instagram stories and posts. It's always you gotta watch, you gotta follow that to get that. That's right. You can see Dexter sleeping with Troy on his pillow. You can see Dexter's street art. He's a street artist as well.
Oh my god, he's a piss artist. Yeah. I almost created a new account for his piss art. Honestly, like I'm like, should I create like a Dexter's piss art Instagram? Dude, one day he pissed like the most perfect little ICP hatchet man. It was the most amazing thing. You know, like the little guy with the little hatchet and the little running guy.
Yes, he peed one of those. That's fucking great.
He pissed the perfect little hatchet man. And I'm like, oh my God, there's all I had was a flashlight. I'm like, oh my God. And by the time I went back in to get my camera and came back out, it like turned into something completely different because it was on like a slope. But yeah, dude, he has because he can't lift his leg to pee anymore because his like his hips are bad or something. So yeah, he goes outside and like just kind of like puts his hips real low to the ground and just like tries his best to not piss all over himself. Ends up just making mixed art all over the sidewalk.
That's fucking hilarious. Oh my gosh, that's great, man. Oh, hang on real quick. Let me answer this. A couple of guys mentioned, is this on Planet of the Vapes? Not yet. It will be. I'm not sure when. That's up to Davinci's timing. Sometimes like Stores and Bickle, they might be doing that Stores and Bickle move where they keep it for a few months first to themselves. I don't know. But it will be on Planet of the Vapes. So yeah, if you wanted to get it there and have that 14-day to play with it guarantee, that's probably what I would do if you're interested and not sure. Yeah. But I can't tell you when that'll be.
Yeah, I honestly think it's a quality vape, man. Like it follows the Davinci design. I think the larger build lends itself to an even better vaporizer for this design. Like I think the IQ3 will be more solid than the IQ2 and the IQC. I think the larger bowl, I think the bowl spacers will be a good answer, but I really think this is just for a different lifestyle vaporist. You know, like some people drive pickup trucks, some people drive sedans, some people drive station wagons, some people drive SUVs, some people drive minivans. You know, it's kind of the vaporizer portable space has the room for a similar branching out of preferences. You know, like people love the Tiny Mite. People love the Venti. People love the Solo. People like there's different types of users. Like there's a Dynavap culture that exists that are actually portable users. Like people going out and vaping on their Dynavap on the go, in the car, wherever they are, at the bar, far, far, far from wherever they were. You know.
Jafar.
Yeah, so they're using these things as portables. There's a lot of different vaporist lifestyles. You know,
I agree.
Different preferences and opinions.
Yeah, I mean, look, man, I find a place for a conduction vape in my life, you know, a few times a year, just because it doesn't fit my style. But like you said, that doesn't mean it's not other people's styles. And I know people who love conduction vapes. In my opinion, Davinci makes the most desirable conduction vapes. I think they taste better than the others, and I think their feature set is better. I really just like the company too and the people there. So it's easy for me to get behind a Davinci vape, whether I use it or not. So if you just want a bigger IQ, then this is obviously the answer because that's what it is, dude. It's a bigger IQ.
It's a bigger IQ. Have you tried it with the capsules?
I have not.
You should try it for me, and I'll see if it's worthy. Because right now, my hands are full. I can't do it.
Your hands are full, buddy. Let's see. So I got this little capsule here, this holder, and it's a smaller capsule. Like it's like a half oven size, I guess. I guess like that size. So I expect that it's going to bounce around in there a little bit. Let me see.
Yeah, that's what I worry about. That becomes like a really weird conduction, like the indirect conduction. Because every time you take a hit, you're just cooling down the capsule completely, basically.
You got to extend the pearl on this one, and I'm going to extend it as far as I think I can. Yeah, you extend the pearl, no movement. You don't, and it wiggles all over the place. So
okay,
if you use the dosing capsule, which I'm about to, then you want to use that. Oh, I've got the, should I put I don't usually use the 10 millimeter mouthpiece. Did you like it?
Yeah, I like doing it. I like using it. I mean, I put it on now just to use it on the bong. I don't like carrying it with it, but
Fair.
I liked it.
Right.
I think I can get bigger hits with it.
Little metal brush over here. That's an extra stir tool. That's the bottom to the dosing capsule holder. The lid to the flavor chamber. And I didn't notice this before. This must be like organic cotton and ceramic extract discs. So there you go. That'd be interesting for some concentrate sandwiches. Are these twists off? Are these screw off or pull off?
I don't know.
Looks like it's going to be a stir tool off at this point because I'm going to need some help with this one. Yeah, I wonder if this will
screw off. Screw off.
Yeah, there you go. It does screw off, but I had to use that to get it started. So there's the screw off. That gave me the leverage I needed. That's a dosing capsule with some fucking metal in it, man. That thing gets hot. It's going to start humming.
We can clip all of the times you said screw off there and repurpose those.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Put them on a soundboard.
Screw off, screw off, screw off, screw off, screw off. Screw off. You want this tight too, so I'm gonna pack that shit. Dictor.
What's wrong, buddy?
He looks pretty happy on you right now, dude. Like, I think that's where he wants to be.
Yeah. Yeah. I think he's found his spot.
Here we go. That's good enough for me. This fucker screws in, man. You don't see many of those. Usually they're just tension fit. A little tight with metal, but that fucker, that's great. All right. So then, like I said, to get that in here, we got is this the right end? Yeah, so there's the oven. This puppy goes in. And then this pearl is extended. You can see like that. And then if you just close it, it'll hit and bend the wrong way.
Yeah, that's how I burned my finger touching that thing earlier because it wouldn't close because I have mine extended. Yeah, it wouldn't close. So I had to reach in there and poke it right after a bowl. And it was hot as shit. It hurt so bad.
No shaking. Then I'm going to come down here. Can't believe that, Troy. That's crazy. And go ahead and put this in. Because we were talking about putting the 10 mil on here. Ooh, it's coming out. I'm not doing that.
Hit it through a bong. Hit it through a bong.
You want me to do that?
I mean, I was using mine through a bong. Remember how I had to kind of rig it up through that bowl with the side thing?
Yeah, you kept taking all those hits I didn't see.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Okay, so this is ready, man. Let's, what temp do you go on?
I mean, it's a fresh bowl now?
Yeah, fresh bowl and a capsule.
Oh, shit. I would just max temp it, dude.
Okay, thanks. Appreciate that. I will, I'll take it to the top smart path, which will be a 410 to 430 ride. So it'll give me a little bit of slowdown variance there. We'll do that. Yeah, although 10 mil, I don't know that I have anything in here for that right now.
Well, I had
an adapter. That's what you did.
I used that sidearm bowl.
That's
that little
funny, bro.
It worked perfect.
I bet. So
I wonder if you could hit a ball vape and the Davinci at the same time through that now. Huh?
Absolutely. So this thing's ready. I was going to hit it native first, though.
Oh, see now Jerry's got a new challenge: the dual ball vape plus Davinci IQ3 bowl.
Probably wouldn't do shit. for the
Yeah.
Da Vinci, because all the airflow is going to come through the
Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem.
That's the problem. All right, so I've got my airflow completely shut. I'm going to completely open it now that I have a tight pack and see if that it opens it up. Starting to get a little bit of vapor, just a tiny bit. It's a thick dosing capsule, so that's all right.
Yeah, but you got vapor on the first heat up, first hit.
Yeah, it's really
kind of
flavorful.
impressive. Impressive. How tight did you pack that capsule?
Tightly. I didn't ram anything in there more than my finger, which would only go in that much, that much. But I did that, 3 or 4 times, kept packing it in, packing it in, packing it in.
Okay, so more than a pinch hitter bowl.
No, it's a pretty small fucking dosing capsule. Like, you're probably right though. Yeah,
Like 0.2, 0.25.
it might be 2 to 3 pinch hitter bowls. It might be. I'm not sure. We'll have to.
Okay.
We'll have to get your opinion on that, Troy. Because when you're cramming it in there, you're cramming it in. It's got plenty. So, all right. So you had to cover this, mount that. That
Yeah, there you go.
Right from the beginning, that was hitting. So, it doesn't taste bad either. Dosing capsule is gonna provide a nice buffer. This might hit more like, right now I'm at 418. This might hit more like I'm at 395. You know what I mean? Like it might be a good 25, 30 degree delta there.
Okay. This could change things. Dexter, I might have to put you down. Not like that. Just put you down on the floor, I mean.
Yeah, it could use a little recovery time, but it's at 420. Ooh, boy, I felt that though. Those are not bad. Like, if this were my vape, I would want to do that.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Shit. All right. Well.
Right on. There's something to play with there, man. You know what I mean? Dosing capsules, fucking on a bong. Goddamn.
Hello.
You could probably, I wonder if you could put 2 dosing capsules in here.
Whoa. Can you? Do you have? Does it come with 2? I'll go with 1.
Also 1, but I could guesstimate it here with some little quick measurements when I'm done with this hot ass dosing capsule when I'm done. But
do you remember the cool ass dosing capsule dispenser that they had for the IQ2?
Oh yeah, it looked like a little itty bitty micro kind of thing.
Yeah.
All the same shape. I love how they do that. All their shit's got the same.
They're good. They're good. I hope they come up with the same one for the IQ3. That'd be cool. In the next episode, well, I know we have a capsule episode planned. We'll definitely include this one.
Yeah, I think so.
And did you confirm that it flops around in there? Does it have a lot of space, or is the nipple hold it completely down?
Check it out, man. It definitely was flopping around. I had to extend the pearl to hold it in place. I don't think you can fit 2 of them in there. Probably you might have taken the pearl out, and then you've got some of your shit sticking out of the heater zone.
Yeah.
On my back. This I choked it up a little bit. I turned it down to halfway. Now I've got 1 hole open on here. I'm down to 1 hole mode, Troy.
So you are actually using the airflow.
I'm fucking with it. Yeah. Like I started out wide open on this bowl and then choked it down halfway 2 hits ago, and they were thicker. Of course, it's also getting hotter. And now I'm on one hole, as I said. Let's see. See these lights that go on and off when I hit it now, Troy? You were showing those off earlier. Check it out.
I like them.
I think that's done. It's 4:30 on the smart path, and
You might be surprised. Let it cook for another 45 seconds, then hit it again.
okay, if you want me to. I'm gonna put it on 430 manual target hot, top temp. And then I'm starting to feel things now. That one
Nice.
big bowl and this. On a bong, no less, motherfucker.
Wonderful.
Are we there? Are we at 4:30 already? Okay.
I'm
give it a
there.
go.
I'm there, Jerry.
It just buzzed. Is that good enough buzzing, or should I give it more time?
I'd probably give it another. I would give it a little puff just to see what it's like.
A little bit. Looks like it could use some time.
I found to get the better hits through the glass to take just a very slow, like I was pulling just hard enough to make the perk work. Like I was hitting it soft and slow. Like I was just barely pulling.
This fucker turned off on me. But we're almost back up.
What? Turned off?
Yeah, but it's okay. We're already back to 4:30. It's got the soak.
Okay. Might have to turn my camera off here for a second. There you go. That looks milky. Jeez, Jerry's taking the longest draw ever. I thought his internet was frozen there. Jeez, Jerry.
You said milk slow, brother. It definitely did it. I think it's done.
I can't work. I got a dog on my lap. I am handcuffed.
Yeah, you're not going anywhere, man.
I can't end the stream.
Nah, you can't end the stream, man.
You want to take him? Hi.
Oh, I always fake me out with that thing too, man. I love it.
I thought my daughter was going to come in and take the dog. Oh, you smell somebody?
Oh, that's great.
You smell somebody? Here you go.
Well, bro, is there anything more we got to say about this thing? We've been going at it for a long time tonight.
No, I think we are done. We can continue on, update later on.
Yeah, right on, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, that was fun, though. I appreciate it. And you guys in the chat are awesome, man. Good to hang.
Yeah, definitely. It's been a fun night. More stony than usual. The Vinci conduction high has me ready to take a nap.
Right on, brother.
I like it.
Yeah, right on, man. I hear you. Never mind. That's good. We'll stop there. Nothing. What? Yeah,
What?
we're good. We're good.
You sure?
Thanks, Bear. Appreciate it, man. And just start from the beginning, man. Yeah, man. Let's boogie yogi, baby. You and me. Let's boogie.
All right, man. We'll see you next Friday then, right? We'll be here.
Yeah.
We got
I'm
a
gonna
show
push
planned.
some buttons. Am I
We got a
pushing?
banger.
I'll push.
All right, bro.
Let's see. I want to do. Oh man, that's it. Is it at the bottom?
I think it's this one. It's the.
Yeah, fuck with Troy and Jerry, that's the facts. Turn up your vape and kick back. Just think, dank, and relax. Vapor streaming into your brain.
That's fucking sick.
And thank you, planet off the vapes. This is where I like to buy a machine. Yeah, fuck with Troy and Jerry.
I'm always amazed at how many people watch the entire outro. You guys are the best.